a musical relationship slash friendship was born. Even with playing music on stage with other musicians, there has to be chemistry there, and at the same time, it's like you want to be able to have chemistry away from the stage as well. Because if you have chemistry away from the stage, your show and your stage presence and everything like that is
Yeah,
going to be
people
even
pick
greater.
up on it. Not just entertainment, what we do. We'll be talking to designers and entrepreneurs and people just trying to get their t-shirt brand popping. Whatever it is that you're doing, whatever your hustle is, this is Hustlenometry 101.
My
We
slogan for
gonna
my
all get there
business, I
together.
love to say everyone needs a little faith.
Charlemagne the God would say, sometimes you gotta be the roller. You gotta roll it up for everybody. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, shout out to Lil C.
Shag for the
Yeah.
foundation. So like I told you, I got these.
Yeah, yeah,
Jamming on the
Brandon.
board.
But
Yeah,
last
Brandon.
time I've been booed in my life.
That's what it is. Hey.
Well, howdy doody, says no one ever. Hey, ladies and gentlemen,
Man, let's
it's
start it over.
Tuesday.
Let's start it over.
Yeah. No howdy doodies, eh? Ladies and gentlemen, it's Tuesday. It's 7 p.m., which
Yeah.
means you know what time it is. It's
Yeah.
time for another live installment of the No Shortcut Show with Midas and Fame.
Yeah.
We let that rock for a second like we normally do.
So dope.
Yeah, yeah.
Shit like yo.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you know the drill. It is time. It is time for your favorite internet sensation, your hottest, latest internet sensation. Grab you a snack, grab you a beverage. Grab your favorite smartphone device and hang out with us for the next 30 to 45 minutes. We're glad to be here. We're glad to be here. We're excited. We have a wonderful guest in store for you all tonight. And as you
Absolutely.
guys are coming in, feel free to comment. Hello, Faith. My sister is here. Feel free to comment. Let us know where you guys are watching from. We
Yeah.
would love to know, where you're located. We're trying to see where our reach is extending to.
Yeah.
And feel free to hit the share button, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to both platforms, Facebook and YouTube, which we are broadcasting simultaneously
Yeah. Yeah.
as of
Yeah.
the last 2 to 3 weeks, and we're
I
glad
see.
to be here.
You see on the bottom of Faith's comment, it
Ah,
does
she's on
show us.
YouTube.
Yeah, it shows
Okay,
us. So Faith tested that
yeah,
out for us. So she's on
yeah. Thank
YouTube,
you.
and then Faith hit us back
Absolutely.
again on Facebook. So she
Yeah.
came through
Ah,
twice.
she's on both.
She's on
Okay,
both. She
nice.
just doubled our
Yeah,
doubled our
Faith,
viewership.
Faith, Faith holds it down, man. We
Yeah, I
appreciate you,
appreciate
sis.
that.
Much love to you.
What's
Yeah,
up,
ladies and
Kelly?
gentlemen,
What's
come
up,
on in. Hey,
Kelly?
Kelly, come on
Kelly's in
in. We
Asheville,
appreciate
North
you.
Carolina, yo.
Asheville, yes, yes, yes. Come on in, guys. Get yourself situated.
Yeah,
Feel free to hit the share button and share this feed to your own page,
yeah,
to your own news feed, because we always say here at No Shortcuts, the more the merrier. This is an opportunity for us to have live interactive chat, not
hmm,
only with each other on the screen, but with you guys as well. There's no script here, so we just here to build, to build, spread information, and hopefully to encourage each other and provide that vehicle for each other where we can inspire and grow whatever business it is that you happen to be a part of. How we doing today, sir? You doing good?
doing well, brother. Doing well, brother. I'm
Yes,
just
yes.
shooting a quick message to my man
Oh,
that's
do
our
your
guest
thing.
for the day. I just want to. He's
Yes,
in the green
we
room
getting
right
some
now, but I
kinks.
gotta
Yeah.
shoot him a quick message.
Oh yeah, we just getting some kinks worked out,
Yeah,
and we're excited
yeah,
because we're actually approaching a holiday weekend, ladies and
yeah,
gentlemen.
yeah,
Labor Day is
yeah.
coming up, so and you guys feel free to tell us what if you have any plans for the holiday. Feel free to let us know what you guys are going to be up to. We
Hmm,
actually
hmm.
discussed we're gonna give ourselves a little vacation
Yeah,
next Tuesday
take the holiday.
for the holiday.
Yeah,
Do a little, take some time with family, friends, what have you, and take a little break
yeah.
next week. But we will be back the following week.
We'll be
So
back.
yeah, yeah, man. How was your weekend?
Listen, man, the weekend was good. I did a birthday party. Well, I did a 50th birthday party on Saturday night.
Okay,
Shout out to my man DJ Blake reminds me.
Oh,
I
DJ
want to
Shake
send
and
Blake. I
Blake.
think yeah, he referred some folk to me for a 50th birthday party. Man, it was in Matthews, and what I realized when I was doing this party, and
Uh-huh.
everybody was in that age group, you know, and like, and then the lady whose birthday it was, you know, she was giving me some ideas of the kind of music she liked and stuff like that. Man, it made me
Uh-huh.
realize I'm about to be 50 because we was into the same music.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, you like that too? And I was like, oh
That light bulb.
man, yeah, I'm in that, I'm in that. I'm
You
about to be
about to
there.
be there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was a,
I'm gonna be 44 myself
yeah,
in a couple months.
exactly.
Man.
Like I
You
go
know,
into it
so
thinking like, you know how we don't think, you know, we never age, but
right,
everybody else do. So I'm
right,
thinking,
yeah.
oh, she's 50, she's probably gonna be into like Motown, some Isley Brothers, that kind of stuff. No,
All of the stuff
no,
that
she
we like.
wanted like Dr. Dre and all that. I was
Oh,
like, I
oh,
guess
is that
so.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I
But you
guess,
gotta, it, yeah, it's a, I mean, the palette, the taste palette,
yeah,
for music, man, is so broad because
yeah,
even myself, I like everything that you just mentioned,
yeah, yeah,
you know? So
exactly.
yeah, man. Music is like food, right? You
Yeah,
got many dishes that you like,
yeah,
many different cultures, whether it be Chinese, Italian, or
mm-hmm.
American,
Yeah, yeah,
and there's
yeah,
so many different little things to choose from in each category. So,
yeah,
hey, Aunt Flo, how
yeah.
you
Good.
doing? Love you.
Aunt Flo,
Thanks to
how
my
you
family.
doing? Good variety, man.
Yeah, yeah, y'all come on
What
in.
about you,
Yeah.
man? What was the
Am I
weekend
want? Am I
like?
wanting to trees up? Pretty light, man. Pretty light. I did the Summerfest in York,
Mm-hmm.
South Carolina, on Saturday, and it was hot outside on Saturday. We played.
Yes.
We played during the thick of the heat. We played from 1 until 4.
Mm,
Sound check was at 11:30 that morning. But the cool
mm,
thing was I was fairly close to home,
mm-hmm.
and I finished early.
That's
So it was,
nice.
yeah, but it was fun, man. And shout out to the people at Mount Dewell while I played music. They came out, at least 10 or 12 people
Nice.
that I recognized from
Uh oh. My man froze on me.
church came out and is Ecam giving us a hard time tonight?
I think it's just internet related. I think it's just internet related,
Mm.
but you good.
Oh yeah, yeah. So shout out to my folks over at Mount Dewell, and shout out to the chairman of the board and the executives as well. We had a great time. Again, it was hot, but it was great to when you were able to look out in the audience and see a lot of familiar faces. Hey, mom, at church
Hey,
we churching.
won't be able to stay
I
to
love
listen.
you, mom.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thanks for
I
popping in.
appreciate it.
For
Oh yeah,
sure.
she's gonna make sure
Yeah.
she pops in. And big shouts to my family, man. Every week they're here.
Absolutely.
No matter what it
Absolutely.
is that I'm involved
Yeah.
in, they come through and let their presence be felt. And
Yeah.
I'm very blessed for that.
Yeah. We
And
definitely
again,
appreciate that.
we're humble and we're
We are.
grateful.
We are.
We here,
We are.
internet issues or not, we
That's
here,
right. It
and we
seems like
live. So
we
you
are
know,
live on Facebook and YouTube, and my man DJ, my man said enough said last week inspired us, so there might be an announcement coming soon
yeah, yeah, yeah. We got
about a
some.
third location where we will be streaming as well. Shout out to everybody that's
Yeah,
watching us. Shoot us a little comment. Let us know you're here and where you're watching from for sure.
absolutely.
So
Yeah,
what
drop us a
is
comment,
we got
a
some
shout
first
out.
time guests, man. What is the No Shortcut Show? What is this? Tell them what this is.
Oh, the No Shortcut Show. This is the brainchild of DJ Famous. And he included me in on this idea. But in a nutshell, ladies and gentlemen, we wanted to create a platform where we could spread information. We not all of us, but a lot of us are entrepreneurs to some degree, right? And we wanted to provide a platform that would give entrepreneurs a chance to come on our show, tell their story, some ups and downs that they have been through along the way, share that with us and you guys, and hopefully you in your own journey can avoid certain pitfalls as they
Mm-hmm.
may appear. Or you could just take little gems here and there and apply them to whatever it is that you do, even though
Mm-hmm.
you may be in a different industry
Mm-hmm.
than our guests. But there's certain things that are just general information or general tips that you can pull from and help you along the way. Now, for those that may be watching, you may be passionate about something, or you may be gifted at something, and you may be on the fence about starting a business or becoming an entrepreneur. And we're here to motivate and encourage you to
Absolutely.
go ahead. No time
Absolutely.
like the present.
Yeah.
And then and above all of that, we can have a community where we interact with each other on a business level.
Yeah.
If you, for instance, if you need a DJ for a function, you have a DJ right here to the left
Hey.
hand side of your
Hi.
screen. If you need a producer, a musician, an MC, you have that on the
This
right
guy.
hand
Oh,
side of your
this guy right
screen.
here.
Yeah, yeah.
In
So
the
and
mirror.
then and then we have our guests on. We allow them to give their contact information if you would like to get in touch with them for their services. And we're just building a community
Yeah.
in a nutshell. And there's no, and we titled it "No Shortcuts" because at the end of the day, there is no shortcuts. I mean, I saw on Facebook a picture of you and I. It said celebrating 13 years of friendship. I don't know if that, it may be more than 13 years, but
Yeah.
this show is 13 years in the making. Granted, we
Absolutely.
met while my band Mellow Groove was doing a function through some mutual friends, and we chopped it up after the event, and then you and I started doing events locally,
Yeah.
open mics and things that show hip hop showcases, and here we are 13, 15 years later, and we have
Yeah.
a platform together. So at the end of the day, there is no shortcuts. Just continue to
No
stay
shortcuts.
motivated, folks. Stay inspired, and enjoy the journey because I always say the destination is unknown. We
Yeah.
take it a day at a time, but as long as we're putting one foot in front of the other, our aim is to be great at whatever it is that we do. And you don't have to be a one trick pony. You know what I mean? You don't have to be
Yeah.
restricted to one title. You can do many things and put them under that one umbrella. You know?
Absolutely. And that's a good segue, man, because the gentleman we're going to be talking to today is just that, man. He, just like other folks that we've talked to, full time job, family
Yeah.
man. He's the assistant pastor of his church. Now
Wow.
he's
Okay. We about to get
working.
into the word.
Yeah, we're about to get into the word,
Word.
brother. We're about to get into the
Yeah.
word with this brother.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he's also, he's also playing with another idea about a live stream that he's going to be working on as well. And he just told me a little bit of it in the green room, and I love it, man. I love it for sure. And we're going to
Yeah.
get into this gentleman's
Yeah.
history.
Yeah. But we got to introduce ourselves first. Hey.
Oh, we didn't even start the show.
Yeah, because we get these kinks worked out. You know how
Yeah,
the
I
water
think
hose
we're
used to kink up.
now we're
And
here.
you like, why is the water running so slow? You got to
And now
go
we're
down there
here.
and look and see what that kink is. And Faith, yes, if you need a beautiful handmade decor like Risa Moore, check out A
Absolutely.
Touch of Faith. Yeah, please do.
Check
And it's
out.
gonna be holiday season soon, folks. So you want to
Yeah.
definitely check that out. And if this is your first time here, make
Yeah.
sure you subscribe. First of all, make
Mm-hmm.
sure if you're on YouTube, definitely subscribe. Drop us a comment. Hello, Chantel.
Chantel
Yeah,
from
drop us a
PA.
comment.
He,
We got Pennsylvania in the house. Let
she's
us
here
know where you.
representing our guests, I believe.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. Yeah. So, and then again, ladies and gentlemen, if this is your first time,
Yeah.
to the left of my screen,
Start the
this
show.
gentleman, yeah, this gentleman, we ready now?
Yeah.
This guy is a digital media strategist.
Yeah.
He's an event coordinator. He is also the producer of this platform. He's a co-host of this platform, and he's your favorite DJ. If you need
Hey,
somebody to rock a party,
man,
you definitely want to get in touch with this guy. He's gonna
man.
he's gonna do you justice. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise at home while we
What's
make
up?
some noise on the screen for DJ Famous, aka Mr. Travis Bizel.
What's up, brother? What's up? I appreciate it. Let me hit that horn again
Yes,
because my
sir.
volume is kind
There you go.
of. What's
Yeah.
up? Oh, what's up, my brother Juan Velasquez in the house. What's up, Juan?
What
He
up,
he's a
Juan?
cruise planner. He's one of my
Yeah,
church
man.
brothers as well. We're gonna get Juan on the show too. We're gonna get the
Yeah,
Juan on the
okay.
show as well.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
happening,
Drop
Juan?
your stuff,
Yeah,
folks.
drop your stuff
We
in here.
no haterade here. I'm
Exactly.
sipping juice.
Yeah. Listen, listen. Cruise planners, Juan, what's happening?
Yes,
Hey,
yes.
so listen, my man next to me, he is the music director for the legendary chairman of the board, also a member of Mellow Groove,
Yes, sir.
Rock Hill Music Hall of Fame,
Oh yeah,
North
yeah, that's
Carolina
right.
Music Hall of Fame.
Yeah, yeah.
He's also a talented musician. Our theme song that we were rocking out to in the beginning was made by this gentleman. And I'm gonna get him to spit a 16 and rehash the verse in a little while. MC, podcast host of the That's My Story podcast
yeah,
as well.
yeah,
My
yeah,
man Jerry Midas Hardison is here.
yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
What's up?
Yeah,
What's
man.
up, brother?
I'm on my second podcast show, man. Thanks
Yeah,
to DJ Famous. You know, he was
absolutely.
thought enough of me to have me come along and co-host with him. You know,
Yeah,
so we just having fun, man.
just
I'm
having
very
fun, brother.
blessed. All praises be to God for the talents and gifts that He bestowed upon me. Thank
Absolutely.
all of you out there for supporting us here at No Shortcut.
Absolutely. We appreciate you all for being here. Keep on with the comments. We love to know that you're here and keep
We
on,
love it. We
and
have
we'll
fun.
get you out here on the front too.
Oh
So,
yeah,
our
oh yeah,
guest today, man,
yeah. Let's
our
talk
guest
about
today,
it.
my guy. I've known this guy for many years. I mean, I think I must have met him, oh, it had to be like 7, 8 years ago, probably. We were
Okay,
both in the retail jewelry business. We managed Zales jewelry stores, and we met up at a managers meeting one year. We had these yearly meetings where all the managers get up, and
okay.
we met there, and we met, and he'll tell. I'll get him to tell this story, but we met because people thought we were each other the whole time. They coming to me saying, "Hey, Trevor," and they
They
thought I
didn't
said,
think y'all looking like, did they?
"Yeah, man, the only two brothers with glasses. That's all it was."
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah, yeah,
know?
yeah. That's all it
And we
is.
was
You
about
know how it go.
we was part of the few in there, the few brothers
Yeah,
in
yeah.
there. But like I said, man, he is a wonderful man of God, assistant pastor of his church, full time job as well, and content creator. I saw a live
Oh,
stream he was doing a few days ago, and we're gonna get him to talk about that too. But let's welcome in our guy Charles
yeah.
Mandel, man.
Yes,
What's
yes,
happening,
yes.
Charles?
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey,
How was that
Charles.
intro for you?
It was great. It was great.
Yeah,
It's funny
man.
that you were talking about some of the music.
Yeah,
Travis, I'm headed on 50 myself, so
that's
Yeah, it's a blessing though. That, hey, to get
yeah,
old is the goal, man. Because
yeah,
if you ain't doing that, the only alternative is, you know.
yeah,
right, right.
Yeah.
absolutely.
So yeah. So
That's
each day is a gift, man.
Yeah,
Each day is
that's
a
Yes,
when
gift.
it
sir.
really hit me, man. Because I always feel like I'm still 30, and I was like, man, what these people are jamming to all night long is like, stuff I was playing in the club 10 years ago. But then I thought about, it, I was like, okay, well, she's 50, I'm 45, so I guess I'm 50.
Yeah, yeah. I'm right behind. I'm
Right,
right
right
behind
behind
you.
you. I'm right behind you.
You know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but long as we aging like wine and not like milk, right?
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
ugh.
headed there. I'm headed there in 3 years. I'm headed there in 3 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
that's
See,
awesome.
right,
Listen,
right, right.
listen. Yeah, we just gotta
Yeah.
embrace it, man, because we still look and feel like we are not 30, so we're good to
Oh
go.
yeah, it's a mind. I think it's a mindset overall. That's my approach, you
Yeah,
know. And if you have something that you're passionate about, man, I think it kind of keeps you in that youthful mindset, you know.
yeah,
I can't get out there and jump around and do all that stuff and play sports like without hurting, you know, like you
hmm
used to. But I think I just try to keep the youthful mindset, you know.
absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yes,
yeah, for
So
sure.
now
Well, Charles,
you see
go
why
ahead.
this guy we were getting confused for each other, man. He had the beard going on, he had the glasses going on. We was both wearing
Yeah.
suits at the time, and
Yeah,
that's what it
yeah,
was.
yeah, yeah.
it
You know
was the
how it
funny.
goes.
You know
Yeah,
how sometimes life will bring you together and you don't even know who you're coming to meet.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'll tell the story real quick. So like Travis said, we met at Zales. We were both managers, and I think it was my first year. Well, it was the first year back, I think, first or second year, and he had won store manager of the year. So
Oh
there's not
wow.
that many
Yeah, he
of us
should
that
get all
look.
them
There's
awards.
not that many black guys there, but we happen to have the same build. We both wore glasses. I think we
hmm
had on I think it was black and gold that night, one of those colors. And
hmm
everybody kept coming up to, congratulations, Travis. I'm like, I am not Travis. I think everybody, congratulations, Travis. I'm like, I'm not Travis. So I'm like, I gotta go meet who this Travis dude is. And I just walked up to him It was like everybody thinks that I'm you.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
And that
how
was
we
the
met.
start.
And that was the
Wow.
That was
start.
how we met.
That was the
That's
start.
awesome, man. That's
and
awesome.
look and
And you
look
know,
at us now.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And I'm just thinking if I was in your position after a while, I would have just started saying, thank you, thank you. I get tired of explaining, right?
Yeah.
I could do it like
Right,
2 or 3 times. And then after that, I'm just gonna swim with the current. Thank you so much. Thank you so
Yeah.
right.
much. Yeah,
And I was
man.
excited for him. I was excited for him. That's the thing about it. I wasn't hating. I was glad to see a brother up there getting an award after seeing everybody else
Yeah.
that don't look like us sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I was very excited for him. So I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah,
Absolutely.
well, Charles, tell us and our viewership at home. Give us a little backstory about where you were born and raised, and a little bit about your upbringing and your childhood.
Okay. Well, first, I'd like to thank everybody that joined on tonight. Everybody, I
For
know I don't want
sure.
to call no names because we know we could forget some. But I
Hmm.
am the oldest of five. Um, I was born in Ardmore, and then when I was like in my fifth grade year, I moved to Norristown from a single parent
Okay.
household. Went to church a little bit and then didn't go for a long time.
Mm,
Um, I went to high school. I was in Norristown School District from probably sixth grade on. Um,
okay.
I was one of those people that was I was believed in being an individual, so I was always striving for the best. So that's part of my personality. Um, let's see. Um, I started actually after high school. Let's see. I worked in retail and I got sucked into the jewelry business.
Hmm.
Oh, is that right?
Got
Yeah.
sucked in by somebody. I used to work at a little kiosk where you change watch batteries and stuff.
Oh,
And I
yeah,
used to
yeah, yeah.
do Yeah, I used to do the watch batteries for one of the managers at Zales, and I would never charge her. And you
Okay.
know, she's like, "Did you ever think about selling jewelry?" I was like, I'll try it."
Hmm.
Uh huh.
And then 20, 25 plus years later,
Wow.
Wow.
I, s- I worked at I worked at Zales first, and I left
Okay.
there. I went to a high-end retailer called J.E. Caldwell and Company, which was it was a Philadelphia-based company. They're no longer in existence. And then from there, I went back to Zales. And
Okay.
so I worked a long time at different stores in the district and finally got my own store. So that's how that came about.
Hmm.
Awesome.
Uh,
Awesome.
and then, the retail life takes a lot out of you, as Travis knows, because you got to pick and choose what family event you're going to go to.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah.
take you can't take vacation from what is it, October 31st to January 1st.
Hmm.
And then you can't
Wow.
take it you can't take it anytime in May
Yeah.
or February.
February. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because of those holidays. Like, okay, so February, we know is Valentine's Day,
Hmm.
Yeah.
and May
And
is just what the summer season.
Mother's Day.
Mother's Day.
Oh,
Mother's
Mother's
Day is
Day. Okay,
it's
and
a
then Father's
big,
Day.
big.
But no, who's buying for the fathers though? Hey, y'all better get y'all
No.
dads some stuff, man.
Nah,
Get some
Father's Day.
socks.
We could
Get
take
some
off
socks.
Father's Day. They weren't getting jewelry.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, and then of course, November and December is the Christmas season.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
okay, wait,
Right.
all right,
So, yeah, and then let's see. I left Zale. When I left Zales, I actually went to Bloomingdale's, and was the polo. I stepped down from management and was the polo representative for Ralph Lauren and Bloomingdale's. And then
okay.
I got sucked. Then I got sucked back into the jewelry business at David Yurman for money.
Wow.
You can make some good money
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
the
you
jewelry.
sacrificing time though, huh? For the money,
Right.
yeah.
And then I was like, you know what? I'm not. This is not going to work. So then I took a position as the customer service manager at Bloomingdale's,
Okay,
and a whole different animal. And one day I was like, I've been praying a lot. I'm like, God, I've had this. I really want to be more dedicated to my church. Was number one, and number two
hmm
is I don't want to work no nights and weekends.
Hmm.
hmm yeah,
And shout out to my friend Kelly Hatcher, who happened to get me my current job where I'm at now. it's a
Mm-hmm.
career path now in mainline health. And 4 days before Christmas, December 19th, 2019, I quit my job.
Nice.
Wow.
4 days before
They
Christmas.
were
So
mad at
Travis,
you.
Wow.
now mind you, I'm the
Man.
customer service. I'm the customer service manager, and I'm running the online pickups.
Yeah.
Done.
Wow.
Had enough. And
Yeah.
then I took a registration position at Mainline Health, and then COVID hit.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Yeah.
So they sent us.
Yeah.
I was in a new building, so our building had just opened up for 2 weeks. We shut down. They sent us out to the. They sent us to the hospitals, and I worked in the hospitals, just screening people, taking temperatures. And then
Mm-hmm.
when everything up, I found out that the position that I had, not only the position I had was eliminated, but the entire department was eliminated. So that was a
Wow.
God move. A God move. I
Yeah.
always thank God for that he does. And I went for from patient access, where I check in people for their X-rays, labs, and things like that. And now, currently, I am a supervisor, but in another location. So, and I love my
Okay.
job. No nights, no
Mm-hmm.
weekends. I don't work past 5 o'clock.
There you go.
Oh, you gotta love that. You gotta
There you
love
go.
that, man.
Yeah.
So, so
So,
you just got to a boiling point in what 2019 where you just had enough of I guess
yes.
them requiring so much of your time,
Mm-hmm.
and of
Hmm.
course away from family and in your case church as well, and
Hmm.
you just went ahead and threw the towel in, huh?
Right. Yep. Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sometimes
yeah.
you just have to. Sometimes you just walk it out by faith. And I never in my life have ever done that. I've never done that because
Uh,
I'm part of that Pepsi X generation where you always
uh,
have to have a plan from
a
A to
plan.
Z. So to
Yeah.
work out, you got to go to the next thing. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to I'm just going to do it. I just had to do it. I just had to
Mm-hmm.
do it.
Yeah.
And it was
Yeah.
Yeah.
the thing ever.
That's
Yeah. And
awesome, man.
yeah, I was just gonna add on to that because sometimes, like you said, you feel like you need a plan in order to go to the next step, but sometimes you just need a clean break to make room
Hmm.
for what is to be the next step. I heard Steve Harvey say one time, like, I forget verbatim how he put it, but he was wanting a new car, right? But he had
Hmm.
the old junky car was in the garage. And so he said, God spoke to him like, you want a new car, but where you gonna put it? So you gotta get this old broke
Right.
down car out the
Yeah.
garage first.
Hmm.
And he said like that was an eye opener to him. Let me get rid of the junk or what's holding me back
Mm-hmm.
first, then I
Hmm.
can make room for another opportunity
Yeah.
without having a
Yes.
plan from A to Z and connecting all the dots and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So that's great, man. That's great.
Yes. That's
Absolutely.
great.
Yeah.
And Juan says, yeah, he loves that "Walk It Out" by Faith line.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
that might be the title of this episode. "Walk It Out" by
Yeah.
Faith. You see, we already
I
got a
will.
Yeah.
title.
Uh,
I will tell you this. A lot of people, you know, sometimes get stuck because they're worried about what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just have to go and trust
mhm.
God
Yeah.
and just let it be.
Yeah.
Just let it take its course. Believe. If you believe one, you got to believe in yourself, believe in God, and then just do it. Because if you have something, even if everybody else has it, you have a certain audience. You have a certain area or certain vein that you're supposed to be in. So just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree
that's good, man.
100%.
And I mean, I was
Yeah.
in pretty similar boat because it was like you said with that retail life, especially in jewelry, you get addicted to that pay that you're getting, and then anything else you're going to do other than that, you're taking a pay cut, and you're like, I can't do
Hmm.
that. I can't take that pay
Right.
cut. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I can't take that pay cut. And at some
Yeah.
point, you just, you got gray hairs at 29, and you're like, I gotta do something
Yeah.
about this. I
Yeah.
gotta do something
So,
about
so
this.
them checks is looking pretty good, huh?
Yeah, but
Oh yeah.
we just had to take that leap, like you said, take that leap and say,
Yeah.
you did it right before Christmas. I did it right before Thanksgiving.
Oh
And it was
wow.
like, yeah, it was like a week or so before Thanksgiving. I was just like, I can't do another cycle of Thanksgiving,
Right.
Christmas, Valentine's
Mm,
Day. I can't. Do we have to do this?
wow.
And I didn't have a plan. I didn't have another job lined up yet. And I was in Asheville, And I was like,
I
oh,
remember you was out there.
let's just, we still had the house in Rock Hill. So we were just like, let's just move back home and figure it out then. And that's what we did, you know? So, and
Hmm.
then first, just like for you, Charles, it's exactly the step, the one step, you know? You just got to make
One
that one
step.
step,
One
and then
step.
everything
Hmm.
else will start to be revealed, you know? And
Yeah.
that's exactly what ends up happening.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So is are there would you say there's I don't know if I should ask it pros versus cons, but you
Hmm.
know, would that be a proper way to put it if you were to break it down and maybe shed some light on that as far as the retail pros versus cons for those who may be listening and maybe maybe kind of bound by the same quote unquote struggle and they're looking to venture out into starting something of their own.
Sure. I think the one thing is, I think most people need to focus on, make sure you focus on your mental health, because your mental health and your physical health, retail will take a toll on you because your body, you're using your body a lot. The other thing, that mental health with dealing with people who are just
Oh
have no
man.
respect. Now, don't mind,
Wow.
don't get me wrong. There's some, I met some great people, attended weddings, and
Uh-huh.
like built some great relationships. But when it starts to take a toll on your body, and you're starting to get up in the morning like, do I really want to do
Hmm.
this again? Up and it's like you feel stressed. Like you're angry at everybody for no reason. It's time to make a change, and it's a good learning experience. I do believe. I think a lot of people coming out of high school should really actually have some type of retail
Mm-hmm.
experience before they graduate, because it will show you how to treat folks.
Yeah.
Um, you will definitely learn a lot about people.
Hmm.
Um, I think it is, that's the one thing that I think I love about it, because again, with ministry I work with people, and then and in the retail you work with people, and it's just like you see people for who they are, and
Absolutely.
you get to experience people of different backgrounds. You get to hear different ideas about life, which I
Uh-huh.
really liked. I met a lot of people who traveled and gave me some good vacation ideas, and just
Awesome.
met some people that I still know to this day.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. So yeah, so there are pros and cons. I think, and of course, I don't have any experience with retail and management, but I would assume you were able to gain a lot of tools or whatever that you use currently in doing your own thing as well.
Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
perhaps maybe the discipline, like you said, how to treat people or how to interact with different types of people.
Yes.
Maybe
Hmm.
getting on their level, somewhat, so to speak, and things like that. I think I could imagine learning little tricks of the trade would be would transfer over into your own business or whatever it is that you're doing
Hmm.
currently. Nice,
Hmm.
very nice. Shout out to Keith Hargrove. Got to guard your heart and
Guide your
and your
heart
mind.
and your
Yeah,
mind. I think that was a
yeah.
That's my
good
Health
good
is
point.
friend
wealth.
Pastor Keith. Good friend Pastor Keith right
Oh,
there. he helps
okay.
to
We got a
he
lot
helps
of
to
a
keep me
lot of
sharp. He
a
helps to
lot of
keep
men
me
of the
sharp.
cloth. Okay, that's great, man. A lot of men of the cloth in here tonight. That's wonderful. That's
What they
wonderful.
say,
And we
iron
even.
sharpens iron.
Oh
Yes.
man, indeed,
Yes.
That's
indeed.
what's up.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, I definitely like that point about when you're talking about kids in high school and coming up, man. I think that's a good idea that they should get that experience working somewhere out in the public, and
Hmm.
everything right now is going virtual. Everybody's doing virtual jobs, and be able to
Hmm.
work from home. But I do see that a lot of that's lacking. The customer
Hmm.
service and the being able to just learn how to talk to people and stuff like that is really lacking and some of the
Yeah.
youth. And that's a good way to kind of get in front of that is encourage them, go get a job at the mall. Go work at the mall
Yeah,
for a year. You
yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah. And to add to that, all of that stuff starts at home. It should start at home,
It should.
right? As far as parents teaching their kids how, the proper way to talk to folks, how to be respectful and things like that, which is lacking,
Hmm.
Yeah.
nowadays.
Hmm.
And I agree with you guys. Yeah,
Yeah.
if they don't have that skill, go out and work with the public,
Yeah.
and
Exactly.
obtain that skill.
You'll get it
And
real
customer
fast.
service. and customer service is such a lost art now that when you
It
go to a
is.
place, let's say Chick-fil-A, for example, they're so kind.
Hmm.
You got to look around. You like you talking to me? I feel like Robert
Yeah.
De
They're the
Niro when
best.
I go to Chick-fil-A. Who
Yeah.
you talking to? You talking to me? Yeah. So
Yeah.
again, which is that's the comical aspect of it. But it's such a lost art though. When you get actual good customer service, it
Mhm,
almost feels strange, right?
Yeah.
mhm.
They do.
Yeah. But back
And
in the day, yeah,
shout
customer
out
service was
Shout
what
out
it
to
was all
Chick Fil
about.
A. Shout out to Chick Fil A. We're
Yeah.
gonna get that sponsorship rolling.
Yeah. Send
We
a
just
check
gave you.
over to
We
me,
just
Right,
Clay.
gave.
right.
Yeah.
So
They're the best at it.
so
Yeah.
Charles, what? So after you retired from retail and now you're in your
Hmm.
current position, what have you
Hmm.
been doing with all that free time, man?
Uh, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. The first couple of weeks when I had those weekends off, I didn't know what to do. Like I was
Transition.
lost. Like, what do you do on a week? What do you do on a weekend?
Yeah.
Wow.
But
Wow.
I like to. I have a deck and I have a lot of vegetables and herbs, so I like growing those kind of things and sitting and doing that. From time to time, I like to experiment with cooking because I do like to bake, and some people who know me know I like to bake. So that's something
What's some of your
I want to start, but it takes so much of your time.
Mm.
I don't know if I can be dedicated to it. So
yeah.
and then just discovering new things to do. I mean, t- I've been in retail for over 25. What's that? I was in the jewelry business for 25, 26, 27 years with a 2 year break. Then I went back in it and I was in retail. That's a long time of your life. So
Yeah.
I'll put it like this: my oldest nephew is 28 years old, and I was in retail before he was born.
Yeah.
Wow. You
Yeah.
were institutionalized.
Right. And so it's been, like I said, there was very a lot of good, but it was time. When it's your time, you know it's your time
Yeah.
to split. Like, when your passion leaves, it's time to go. Don't even let no,
Hmm.
That's
don't even
a
wait
fact.
for someone to tell you. It's just time to go.
Yeah.
Find out what
Yeah.
your next is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Find out what your next is.
Yeah.
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 So at
Yeah.
what point, I know in the beginning you touched on how you didn't go to church that much as a youth,
Right.
and then you
Hmm.
stopped, and then at what stage did you start going back into the church, and when did you
Hmm.
realize that that was that was going to be part of your calling?
So let's see. My uncle started a church when I was about 10 or 9, 10, and we used to go back forth here and there. And then I didn't go back to church till I was 27. So
Oh
from
wow.
like after 10, 11, 12, when we moved to Norristown, I didn't really go as much. And then my grandmother, and I miss her so much, Miss Lily Hammond, that was the one
Okay.
that prayed me back into the church.
Hey.
Yeah.
And so I used to hang out a lot, and nothing bad. I was a designated driver because we came up in that drunk driving era, and I didn't
Hmm.
drink that much, but I wanted to. I'm social, so
Yeah.
I was a designated driver. Went out with my friends and had a little bit of fun, and then one day. One night, I noticed my grandmother. She lived with us at the time. She kept staying up, and she
Waiting
calls me
on
by my middle. She calls me by Mandel's my middle name, and
you. Okay.
she says, Mandel, is that you? And it was like 4 o'clock in the morning, and it
Wow.
happened a couple of times, and I felt some kind of way about my grandmother staying up,
Mm.
waiting until I got home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you going to come to church? When you going to? I would drop her off. When you going to come? And so
Wow.
I started going, and then next thing I knew, I'm where I'm at now. And if it wasn't for my uncle planting the seed when I was young, and
Hmm.
then my grandmother, I wouldn't be where I'm at. I miss her dearly because she was a woman, probably with a very limited education, but
Hmm.
she was very wise.
Mm.
Yeah. Can't beat
Yeah,
wisdom.
Yes,
right.
Can't
absolutely.
beat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you. Was there something that happened that made you stop when you said around 10?
I think because my mom moved out of Ardmore, so we
Okay.
moved to Norristown. Really didn't know anybody like that. I
I
mean, I had
see. I
family
see.
that lived in Norristown, but there was churches around, but it wasn't like the main line. I grew up on the main line, so
Okay.
Norristown's a little different from the main line. So I'm used to a close knit black community
Uh huh.
where I grew up. in up until fifth grade, a lot of blacks lived, like people lived in the same area. We had a big playground in the middle of the town, and everybody I knew that had a there was a lot. Even though I was raised by a single parent, there were still
Okay.
uncles and other men and
Yeah.
other families that all the kids grew up in Uncle so and
Hmm.
so, but they're not really your uncle. They look out for you,
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
and
Absolutely.
yeah, and everybody I knew owned a business. The man that owned the cleaners was my uncle's wife's father. The man, one of the guys that owned the barber shop was black. Um, let's see, there was a bar that was owned by a black person. The funeral home was owned by a
Okay.
black person. So I grew up seeing a lot of black people owning things and just living, taking care of their families. And then when I moved to Norristown, it was slightly different. I don't know what Norristown was prior to me moving there. I'm just saying from my experience. It was
Right.
slightly different, and it was almost like a culture shock because I wasn't used to people. They were a little bit different from the main line. It was close knit. You didn't have you could just go anywhere and not have to worry and stuff like that.
Right. Uh-huh.
And my mom was really strict, so we really didn't go many places. But
Yeah.
you know, it
Yeah.
was a little different.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, that's understandable. Understandable.
And
Yeah.
then as
Yeah.
far as you rising up into the pastoral roles, when did that
Mhm.
happen for you?
So um, I was just going to church. I just like going to church,
Hmm.
and coming and going when I felt like it. And then you get this call from God, and I mine happened in a dream, and I was in North Carolina, actually, Hosky, North Carolina,
Hmm.
Okay.
and I was at a little town in Hosky in a hotel, and my former pastor, he had passed away, Bishop Wendell Miller. I used to travel with him every year to North Carolina, and I had a
Okay.
dream that something was holding me, and I couldn't speak.
Mm.
And I was supposed to read this scripture in Ephesians, and I never did. And
Mm.
one night it just took over, and it was like something a spirit came into the room. I couldn't talk, and
Hmm.
Wow.
I couldn't move. Like, and it was scary to me. It was scary. It was
Hmm.
scary
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
And all I could think was Jesus, Jesus. And all of a sudden it came out of my mouth, and I jumped from my bed over to this table and chair. I jumped right out of the bed into the chair, all
Wow.
balled, turned right to the scripture. And that's when, and that's, why does the scripture escape me? Because I know it. But he calls some pro- apostles, prophets, evangelists, teachers, and pastors. That
Okay.
scripture. And so I had a conversation with my pastor, and he was like, "All right," and then it just kind of progressed, and
Hmm.
I started being more faithful
Hmm.
to church. First, with just church, and then having my own personal relationship with God,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
just studying or reading, and it just developed. And then I was a deacon. I was a youth pastor. I enjoyed being a youth pastor. That was probably my favorite.
Hmm.
And
Really?
then
Okay.
yeah, I like working with the young people. And then
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I was ordained an elder in 2006,
Okay.
and I left my old church, and then I mean that church, and I went back home to my home church because God spoke to me and just said to go help your uncle.
Yes.
That's all I heard.
Yeah.
That's all I
Hmm.
heard. I
Yeah.
didn't know what help meant,
Right.
so I'm
Right. Just be
just
there.
you
Fill in the
just kind of
gap.
like, all right,
Yeah.
God, what you want me to do? Like, he don't need nobody. He's got all these people here. I don't need to do nothing here.
Yeah.
Uh huh.
And I just told him I was just coming back to help. And I just love people. I really like to see people succeed, and I think you got to have a heart for people, and
Yeah.
whatever it is that you want to do in life that is productive, that will help somebody. Even this show is helping somebody. It
Yeah.
Yeah.
doesn't even have to have, cooking meals or baking or somebody coming with an idea to make clothing. You're helping somebody, like
Hmm.
Absolutely.
and so I love pushing people towards their passion.
Hmm.
So when you're faithful to God, He elevates you. You're not looking for it. I don't look for that. I kind of was like, I don't want the headache of it. Um, I really don't want the headache of it. Because with everything, there's good and bad. But you know,
Yeah.
when you're called to do something, you have to do it because I don't want the consequence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't
And
choose the
I'm being
consequence.
for
Yeah.
real. And those who are preachers, they're like you don't
Uh-huh.
do what God says not to do. And I'm like, no, I don't want that conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, should we refer to the story of Jonah
Yeah.
and the whale
Right,
and all of
Exactly.
that?
right. I don't want that conversation. And you know, um, and I think again, it's just one of those things you do, and you're not even knowing that you're doing it because I
Mhm.
don't look for anything. Again, I love people. When good things happen to people, I get excited. I don't know.
Yeah.
It feels like it's happening to me, and it's not coveting or envious. It's just
Oh
like a
yeah.
joy that
A
springs up on the
fulfillment.
inside. Yeah, I can't explain it because it's like think about the best thing that ever happened in your life happening over and over
And
and
over.
over again.
That's a great way to put
And
it.
Yeah.
when you see people like, especially people who had a hard time, and then all of a sudden it's like boom, they're like this whole, you know, like
Yeah.
their careers taken, or somebody who couldn't have children for a long time, and then all of a sudden they had a miracle baby. It's just
Mm-hmm.
so many different things.
Yeah.
Just watching my brother receive an award from Zales, I was
Yeah.
so excited.
Yeah.
Now he's doing this. Like I'm excited. It's
Ain't even met
exciting
him
to me.
yet.
Like,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah,
and
that's great,
I'm
man.
excited for you. I don't even know you, but I'm excited
Yeah.
for what
Yes.
your plan of life is,
Yeah.
because we
Yeah.
are here to help one another. And
That's a
one
fact.
thing about that people need to understand, everything everybody has a gift inside of them. It's
Hmm.
up to how you're going to use it. Now, yes, you can make money from it, but that shouldn't be your focus. Your focus should
Right.
be how can I help somebody? Because when you help other people, you become
Money comes anyway.
attached. Yeah, and it comes anyway, right? But the networking that comes out of it, the
Mm-hmm.
friendships that develop,
Yeah.
Oh,
the
invaluable.
relationships, connections are you can't put a value on that.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Nah, that's
Listen,
awesome,
man.
man.
I told
Yeah.
I told my wife the other day that I'm starting to get like my grandfather, because I remember back in the days when my grandfather would be in church. It felt like every day. Like he was there on Sunday. He had something on Wednesdays. He had something else on. And I said, I feel like I'm like, because on Sundays we're in church. On Mondays I do church with the prison. On Tuesday night
Uh-huh.
we in here with church with Charles tonight.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
we
yeah.
we in church every night, brother. You dropping
Uh-huh.
it on us today, man. Definitely.
Yeah, yeah, and we do talk spirituality on this platform.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
It's a part of us. You know, and we feel like you need that balance in
Hmm.
whatever it is that you're doing in life. And I think as we get older, we get more serious about that part. We
Yeah.
got families
Mhm.
now, we got kids now. We're a little wiser, and we
Mhm.
understand what works and what
Yeah.
doesn't work. So this
Yeah.
Right.
spirituality thing is working. So we're gonna
Absolutely.
Right.
keep it a part of our conversation, a part of our lifestyle. We're not
Absolutely.
perfect by any means, but that's a part of that recipe. Like you said, you like to bake and cook. You got a
Yeah.
Right.
recipe. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Right.
So that
Right.
spirituality is part of the
Yeah.
recipe, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Juan
free
says
99 right there. That's
three
free
ninety
99.
nine. Juan says he's on the floor with praise hands. Keep it coming.
Yeah,
Everybody
yeah,
has a
yeah.
gift in them.
That's
Absolutely.
Yeah,
right,
they do.
man.
Like,
Absolutely, man.
I would tell you, some people have been beat down so much in life, they don't even realize how much power they have inside of them. And
Hmm.
you never let nobody take your power. And yes, I understand it's hard. It's hard to even get it back. But if you keep moving forward and because God always puts people around you that's going to speak
Oh
life
yeah.
into you, and they're
Hmm.
going to speak faith into you. And I don't care if it's just one person. You don't need a whole lot of people. That's the misconception about what people think friendships are. You don't need a lot of friends. You just need committed people who will see you through thick and thin, and also will hold you accountable and
Yeah,
let you know you're off track.
yeah, yeah. I often say, give me 4 quarters instead of 100 pennies.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
Listen,
I'll take
Right.
4 quarters.
I
I'll
told
keep
you.
all them 100 pennies and roll the coins and all of
I
that.
told you this guy got some bars on him.
Right.
Some bars.
And then it's up to you what you're going to do with it. Just like let's see, a couple weeks ago, our pastor bishop preached a message about the talent. So there's the three guys that had the talents. One had
Ah,
10, one had five, one had one.
it
So
was
the one that had
burying the
one
talent.
did. Yep, he didn't do anything with it. But if you have one talent, use it because it will
Yeah.
grow.
Multiply.
It's like a seed; it will grow.
Mm.
And anything that you water, anything that you speak over, anything that you take care of and tend to, it will grow. It may look like it's not, but it grows because sometimes it's like trees. They grow out and the roots grow out first before they grow up because it needs to be stable. So once you're stable, God will
Yeah.
bring
Oh,
increase,
that's
and
all.
then you have the yep, then you have the opportunity to be a blessing to everyone else
Mm.
because you have too
Mhm.
much that you can't give. You
Yeah.
have to give it out.
Mm.
Have to give it away. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
that's
Hmm.
great. Great analogy. Yeah. Because if you
Absolutely.
know
Hmm.
anything about these trees, the roots are all over the place. But that's to keep it
Yeah.
like you said, stable and sturdy,
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Dean
So it
is gonna
can bear
use that
the fruit.
four quarters. Dean is gonna use
Oh, you
that
can
four
have it.
quarters.
You can have it. You can have it for sure. That's what I'm here for too.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's people will find it amazing when they start moving in what they're supposed to do. Mine is ministry. Yours is one is DJing. Yours is producing. Somebody got to have
Mhm.
the song lyrics for the producer to bring it all together. Somebody's
That's
got to
right.
have the melody.
That's
Somebody's
right.
got to play the keys. Somebody's got to have the right notes to sing. It all comes
Mm.
Yeah.
together. But it doesn't come
Right.
together for separate.
Yeah.
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 That's
Come
right.
together when we come together.
Oh
That's
man.
right, man. That's right. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We
Absolutely.
done had a little mini church service
We
right
had a
here.
little mini church for
We
sure.
collect the offering and give
Yeah.
these guys some orange juice.
But here's the thing. Look, I went from the jewelry store, and
Hmm.
it's crazy because you can see God in everything, and that's how I do. But went from the jewelry store to seeing what appeals to people, the things, the tangible things, and Travis, you know about diamonds. We know
Hmm.
half them diamonds are half the cost or a third of the
Hmm.
cost,
Yeah.
and people pay
Mm,
thousands of dollars. Seriously, with clothing's the same way. Half the
yeah.
material
The
things that people
markup.
buy are yes, the markup. And then going so now that I'm on the healthcare side, if you don't have health and your mental
Yeah. You have nothing.
capacity, you don't have a lot. And I'll give
Yeah.
you and you have to, and also with life challenges, I want somebody to understand life brings on challenges. It's all about your perspective and how you deal with it.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
I'll be a little transparent. One of my parents, my mom, is currently she has early onset dementia, and so it's a challenge. And now I'm learning something new about something, but I can sit back and be distraught about my mom may not remember me, you know,
Hmm.
but if I take the knowledge and read up on the disease and
Hmm.
understand what the disease does, then I'm able to handle it from a different perspective. Am I going to be sad if she doesn't remember me? Absolutely, 100%. I
Yeah.
don't even know how I'm going to do that. But what I do know is if I understand and look for knowledge and understand it, now I have more to deal with. It's more in my
Better equipped.
arsenal, better equipped, and now I have another skill set that I have achieved, and I can understand a little bit more. So if something happens to somebody else, this is how I made it through. This is the resource that I had. So don't get upset about when things happen because life happens. And there's
Hmm.
It
a lot of
certainly
things
does.
we can't control. But what I will say, if you can control it, you do what you can control. What you can't control, put that in God's hands and let Him control that part because you'll stress yourself out trying to do everything you have no control over.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Well, I think we covered
Yeah,
everything.
we
That
did, man. Absolutely. This
was
this guy,
awesome.
this guy right here, man. For real. We came
I,
with
I
the
would,
came
I'll
with
tell
the
you this.
heat.
I'm gonna tell you. I represent the Household of Faith Deliverance Worship
Yeah.
Center, and we're
Yes.
in Ardmore, Pennsylvania, 19003. My pastor is Bishop Michael Brokenborough and his lovely wife Denise Brokenborough. Have a lovely church family. Some of my church family is on here. Some of my friends from church on here. Um,
Awesome.
Hmm.
um, but one thing I've learned in life and is wisdom. And I'm gonna tell you something from the Book of Proverbs.
Okay.
chapter 5, and I'm going to read the just revised English version. Uh, and it's just verse 5. It says, by listening to them, the wise will increase their learning. Those with understanding will acquire a skill. And so in life, and well, for just in case some don't know, Proverbs is a book of wisdom. And when
Absolutely.
you listen to what people have to say, and you take it, you meditate on it, you pray on it, you take what's for you will increase your learning, you will increase your knowledge, and then you gain another skill set, not just in regular life, but your spiritual life. Because now you're having an understanding of what life really is. You're having an understanding of, I can't do it all by myself. You have an understanding of, I need to let God do it some in many areas. And the other thing is, I can't do this alone. I need people. Do not
Yeah.
cut yourself off because of personal experiences you had with people. And even for those people who may be out there that probably left the church because people hurt you, don't focus on the people. Focus on God and go back and do what you're supposed to do because there's someone like you that needs to hear or needs you to be in place so they can receive from you and you can receive from them. And then that way, the entire world becomes better, but we do it at one person at a time.
Yeah. Each one
Amen.
teach one,
Each
right?
one,
Hmm.
absolutely.
Yeah, man.
So let's
Yeah.
give this man a round of
Yeah,
applause
let's
for
do it.
sure, man. Charles
Gosh,
Juan says,
that's
message
good stuff.
received. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Charles,
man, that was
man, this has
awesome.
been great, man. We really appreciate you taking the
Yeah,
time with us and drop these jewels on us, man. Yeah, he
yeah.
said
Did
he
you did
said
you
we
want
need
to?
an organ. Midas, he
Yeah,
needs you
I
to play
got
the
to plug
organ for
mine
my
in,
man.
huh?
You got to plug in
Yeah, I should.
plug
If
in the
I'd have known
organ.
he's gonna do all of this, I would have set mine up.
Yeah, plug the organ
I
in.
would have hopped right in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Look, I'm one of those people like I do travel, so if anybody ever wanted me to come, I just put
Yeah.
in my
What's your?
Gmail, charlesmandel at
Yeah.
gmail.com. That's my email address.
Okay.
You
I'm
want to
one of
put it
those
in the
people.
chat?
I just Yeah, I did.
Oh, you did.
One yeah.
Okay.
So that's my email address. Whether you can reach me that way. Um, I just like I said, I enjoy people because I'm a boy, a young man that have grew up like like I said, I'm single from a single parent household
Mhm.
to uh, 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 website. I grew up in without my dad so much. We're cool now, but it was a
Yeah.
challenge. But I
Yeah.
also understand that life is hard. You know,
It is.
um, I didn't get here by myself, and also there were people who just were there and I took advantage of the opportunity. And even from even it's a struggle with Zales because my the district I was in, I had a DM that before he left, he was rough. I'll just say that he was rough, and it was a challenge. And some of us know sometimes we got to face those challenges. But I didn't look at the challenge; I looked at the opportunity, and I took every opportunity that was given to me, and I made the best for me, and then I prayed and let God handle the rest. And if
Yeah.
it didn't work out, it wasn't for me. But
That's
what
right.
worked out was for me. And that's what you have to
Absolutely.
understand. Every time something doesn't work out, it can be a failure, but look at it from the perspective, this is what where I'm supposed to go.
Yep.
Maybe I'll try this way. And you'll eventually find yourself on the path that you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
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 Well, perspective is
Absolutely, man.
everything. I guess at the end
Absolutely.
of the day, perspective is everything. It's like either you're gonna
Yes,
look at
sir.
that glass half full or half empty.
Yeah.
you know? Yeah.
Oh, shout out to
Wow.
my sister Shauna was on here
Oh,
too.
that's your sister?
Okay.
Yeah, shout out to
Hello,
Shauna.
Shauna.
Hey.
I love her.
Absolutely.
She's one that helps me keep level headed too.
Yeah.
That's awesome. It takes a network of folks, as you said
Yeah.
earlier. We're a
So,
community of individuals who we networking and
mhm.
build together. We all can grow. And take this journey through life together.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Awesome.
This has been great. So for all of our
Yeah.
entrepreneurs, our side hustlers, our people that's kind of on a fence, wanting to decide whether to go this way or that way, this
Hmm.
has definitely been some jewels. And let's fly Charles
Absolutely.
out. Fly him out to your town.
Yeah,
charlesmandel@gmail.com, and he'll talk to your group, your church, your youth, and he'll set them straight.
Yeah.
definitely,
No,
definitely
just
motivation.
don't forget the number one in my email address,
Oh,
or I
Charles
won't fit.
Mandel one.
It's not the number one.
Number one,
Okay,
yeah.
so say it again, Charles, for everyone
It's
at home. Your email.
it's one
Mhm.
charlesmandel@gmail.com, but it's
Okay.
the
Okay.
number one.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
number
Number
gotcha.
one.
one, Charles
Yeah.
Not the word
Mandel
one, the number one.
Yeah,
at
the
Gmail.
number one. Yeah.
There you go. I'm about to put it
Nice,
on the
nice.
screen. I'm putting it on the screen right here.
Okay,
Boom.
okay.
There
Yeah,
you go.
awesome.
One
We hope
Charles
everyone
Mandel.
at home We hope everyone at home over on Facebook and YouTube, and we hope you guys enjoyed tonight's program, tonight's broadcast. I certainly did.
Absolutely.
Definitely informative, motivational to say the least.
Yeah,
And I hope
definitely.
everyone got something from it. And that's our goal. If you can just take one thing, some people may take two, maybe take three. From tonight's broadcast. But if you can just take one thing, then we have accomplished our task for the evening.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Great, man.
Thank you
Been
all.
great.
Don't forget, next week we're gonna be on vacation next week, and then we'll be
Yes,
back 2 weeks from today. Facebook
yes,
and YouTube at 7 p.m. And make sure you
yes,
All
subscribe
right.
so you can get a reminder when we're gonna go.
yes, man. Any closing words, Travis? I mean
Uh,
Charles. Before
uh,
get out of here.
I got them pictures. I got them pictures on my phone.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
would say like this. I would say whatever is if you have a plan, go for it. If you
yeah,
have a vision, go for it.
Mm.
If you need to link up with somebody, because some people need both of them need to come together. One has faith, one has work. Somebody might have the money, somebody has the idea. Come together and go for
Mm.
it. I would
absolutely.
say be faithful in what you do. Be honest. Um, Stand by your word. If you're going to do it, make sure you do it.
Yes,
Um, Make sure you network and view from a perspective of it can only get better. Even if it seems bad, it can only get better.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would say trust God in everything that you do, because without faith, it is impossible to please God, but it's also impossible to do what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So just reach for it. I just got to say one thing, because I don't know why I'm saying this, but for
It's okay.
Juan, whatever it is that you have written down, or whatever idea or something that you've been pondering, it's your time to do it.
Mm.
Whatever, I don't know what it is. I just if you have it written down, whether you're just thinking about it, there's some things you've been dealing, like playing around with your mind. Now's the time to start putting it together.
Wow.
But
Wow.
I would just say do it, and love people, and especially your family.
yeah,
Because and the other thing is, I would say try, even though we argue and sometimes we have disagreements, it's okay to disagree, to agree to disagree, but make sure you don't uh, leave that place without reconciliation.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Yeah,
I
man.
agree.
I think Juan knows what you're talking about, man. Juan says, "Thank you, Charles. Amen. Yes, sir." So he
Yeah,
knows.
yeah,
He knows he's got something. He got something brewing that he's gonna start working
yeah.
on.
Let's get it, guys. Most cuz.
Make sure you share this. Everyone, share this because
Please share this.
this is gonna live on Facebook. For quite a while, so they can watch the replay. Someone that you
Mhm.
know that needs to hear this message today, share it on your page.
Yeah,
Tag them in it so they
yeah.
can
Go
watch
ahead
the
and
replay on Facebook and on YouTube
yeah.
as well.
Go ahead and drop their names in the comments
Yeah,
before we sign off here in a
yeah,
couple minutes. If you know
exactly.
two or three people who need to check this out, folks,
Hmm.
please drop their names in the comments. This was a
Yeah,
great broadcast this evening. A lot
yeah,
of
absolutely,
motivation and a lot of information. So yes, we thank you all
absolutely.
again. All right. So
Amen.
yeah. So
I
we all
think that was
set,
it.
guys.
That was it. That's the show.
Yes,
That's the
sir.
show.
That's the show,
That's
man.
the
That's
show.
the show. We're gonna say thank you one more time
For sure.
to Charles for joining us, Charles Mandel. Thank
Absolutely.
you guys at home again, Facebook, YouTube. We're taking next week off, but we'll be back in 2 weeks. And please go over to YouTube, subscribe. We're gonna drop the link in the comments where you can
Hmm.
go over to our YouTube channel and subscribe. And all those that were here tonight, please make sure you subscribe. Make sure you
Yeah.
follow because we're trying to build our network of folks, network of community, and we love for you guys to be a part of this journey with us.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Thank you, everybody. We'll see you
we thank
soon.
y'all. God bless everybody. Have a good
Peace.
night. Have a safe holiday. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Peace, love.
All
God
right.
bless you.